Hey, what's up, HERO LAIR fans? And the time has arrived. The follow-up to probably my favorite trailer, maybe of all time. Batman v Superman is here. My name's Dan. They are Big Sean, Big Mario, and I'm kind of Big Dan too.
Yes.
All right, guys. Let's just go ahead and watch this thing. Talk about it after. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Gala.
Who's that? You must be new.
I don't know who Bruce Wayne is?
Is Bruce Wayne. Mr. Wayne. Clark Kent, Daily Planet. What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
This is fucking awesome.
Civil liberties are being trampled on in your city. People living in fear. He thinks he's above the law.
The Daily Planet criticizing those who think they're above the laws. Oh, hypocrite. What you say?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you write a puff-piece editorial. Alien. You could burn the whole place down.
Most of the world doesn't share your opinion, Mr. Wayne.
Maybe it's Gotham City and me. We just have a bad history with freaks dressed like clowns.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Boys! Bruce Wayne!
This is great.
I love bringing people together. How are we?
I love that it's a scene.
Oh my god.
Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person.
Oh wow.
You know the oldest line in America, Senator? That power can be innocent.
You're gonna go to war. That son of a bitch brought the war to us. You know you can't
Wow.
win this. It's suicide.
Oh, the Batwing looks cool.
Gladiator match in the history of the world. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
It's iconic.
It's a three-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
He's great.
What it means to be a man.
What the fuck?
What was that?
You be dead already.
Man won't kill God.
Here we go. This is Zod.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The devil will do it.
Oh, the driller, the
Doomsday!
Wow! Oh my god!
Holy fuck.
With you.
I thought yours with you.
Batman Returns.
Wow. The Trinity right there.
Wow!
I did not see. Well,
That was
wow.
almost like a Batman Returns. I saw her first.
Yeah. The fucking penguin.
Wow. Okay. So
Okay.
Ever since
Digest for a second.
Yeah,
Digest.
Well, we got to talk
was-
about Doomsday.
Okay.
So that was the rumor ever since they saw the Zod
Yeah.
bag kind of
Yeah.
up. And because it was like, hey, it's either going to be, clone Zod
Yeah.
or turn Zod into Bizarro Superman
Yeah.
or Doomsday.
Well, I'm glad they
So-
went with Doomsday.
I'm glad they went with Doomsday, too, yeah.
Like he's the ultimate villain in the thing, and the only thing that's worth bringing like everybody together, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's,
not the only thing, but at least the thing that doesn't require, because Brainiac could bring them all together, Darkseid brings them all together, but to just have a big villain to throw in there, I like it being Doomsday because he doesn't talk, he doesn't have a big plan, he's just a destruction machine.
Yeah, like
right?
he's
He
a
sees
catalyst.
something, he just goes
Just
for it.
destroys it. Yeah.
How?
And he
Yeah,
doesn't have
exactly.
lines, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No, he's the ultimate like Bond henchman. You know what I mean?
Pretty
Like
much, yeah.
like just no lines, just ultimate destruction.
The interesting thing is it's Doomsday, but like he doesn't have a lot of the horns or anything like that. So it's just like he hasn't even evolved yet because Doomsday's power is usually like if you kill him one way, you can't kill him like that again because he evolves. That's why he'll develop all this bone. And,
It was over the course of centuries
Yeah.
of him being a Kryptonian experiment, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So
They're kind of retconning that a little bit.
Yeah, they are. Well, because now this is like he's he's just been developed out of the Zod or whatever. So it's his first incarnation.
Yeah. And you know, like when we did a Hero Lair episode before, and we're talking about how the beam looks so different than so.
Yeah, that's
where Batman gets out of the Ray world.
Exactly.
Quick. Yeah.
So
yeah, we figured it had to come from some sort of, because Superman wouldn't be literally nearly missing him with a giant.
Well, yeah, and the beam's different. Like you see, like Superman, it's all about the precision of the beam. This was like pure power.
Yeah, this was coming out of his eyes.
Yeah, and it's just like everywhere.
Yeah, and I really doubt Superman would shoot the beam at him. That would probably come up. So yeah.
And then just like the beginning where it's like everybody's just meeting up at this party,
like a gala or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just.
Okay, so we finally got to see Henry Cavill as Clark Kent. This is the first time we kind of see him. A little disappointed they're sticking with the eyeglasses as a disguise.
Well,
but
what else can they do?
What else can you do?
Yeah, you can't really do anything.
What did we think of Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor?
Well, right off the bat, like just like he again very diabolical. He's in there. He's smart. He's funny. I like the way he was using sarcasm and just like really like pinpointing everything, and just the way he was like he was just touting the obvious. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Here's an obvious thing that's happening, and nobody can talk about it. Nobody can do anything about it. So I really like that.
He's not the typical stoic Lex Luthor that we're used to, but I remember you brought up a real good point when we were just shooting the shit that he is the
Zuckerberg.
He's that Zuckerberg kind of new leader now, who's not the stoic guy. He's just this is my heart on my sleeve. I'm kind of a goofy guy.
I think he's gonna have an even darker like when he's
behind
the, so this is like, hey guys, I'm Lex Luthor, blah blah blah. Here, take all these Lex phones and download my software and all this
OS
stuff.
And,
exactly. And it's like,
I'm not an evil guy. I have a foosball table in the right room.
And then it's gonna be
sleep pod or whatever.
And meanwhile, he's like a guy that has built his company, from what we know, changed it from his dad's industrial kind of oil refining company to now a tech kind of giant. He's probably disrupted who knows how many businesses, and now he's going to disrupt the concept of God.
But it's not just,
and he has the power to do that.
And it's just not tech; it's information tech.
Yeah,
which is like we were talking about that before. Is how information becomes paramount, and that's what like if you look at what in today's age, what is so suspicious or what everything is kind of boiled down to is information. Why do you worry about your iPhone GPS or any of that nature? Is why are you being tracked? Why are you being? It's that kind of suspicion of government, suspicion of technology, suspicion of all that, and this really plays on it.
Yeah, and it's like I kind of get this feeling, Lex has worked so hard to become like this mogul, this guy that everybody's supposed to look up to. Yeah. And then when he finally gets there, here comes fucking Superman out of nowhere.
A fucking alien.
And taking his
how
shine.
dare this alien?
Exactly.
You know how much money I give to charity? You know what I've invented?
And it's like there's this one scene where like you see Clark Superman bowing to Lex, and he's like touching his face, like, "See, was it that hard?" It's like, that's all he wants.
Yeah. Well, what does he have over him?
Well, we don't know that, and B too is you're right. Like he's still very young. Like he's being played off as very young, which is one thing that I always love that line in Jurassic Park, and it goes, like you stood on the shoulder of geniuses, but you didn't earn it yourself.
Right.
And he's that typical guy who's like he's inherited everything, he's got money now, and he's built all this stuff. But all he craves is recognition.
Yeah.
All he craves is like the adoration of the people. Mm-hmm. So now here is somebody who's taken the adoration of the people away from him, and now he'll do anything in his power to get that away.
He's got to destroy that god.
Destroy it.
I disagree. I feel like Lex fought and scratched and screwed over. He kind of reminds me of like I don't know, you guys watch wrestling. Paul Heyman. He's like a Paul Heyman. He'll screw over anybody and everything just to keep his company everything alive.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think-
And then he,
From what we know from the fake Fortune magazine interview,
Yeah.
it's like it seems half and half. He inherited an extremely wealthy company,
yeah.
but he turned a 180 on it and
Yeah.
built it into something even bigger.
But
Yeah.
it's no.
He definitely did come from money though.
He
Yeah.
did, but it's not the fact that he didn't do anything. Like
Yeah.
he did do something, but the point is he didn't do it in the traditional way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what like you have like all these huge moguls today, and they're huge. Like the money that they've generated has because they have gone counterculture, counter tradition.
Yeah.
So and because of that, the old guard really hates them. You know what I mean? Like you, whenever you're going through like an old businessman or anybody like in any type of like meetings or whatnot doesn't want any of that. He wants to wear the suit and tie and everything. But now everybody wants to come in and just be in relaxed
have a
jeans,
basketball court.
have a
and-
basketball
He
court. a
definitely
foosball
He
team.
definitely has that Lex Luthor cockiness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And it doesn't look like he portrays it a lot to the public, so he definitely has the right idea of here's my public persona,
Yeah.
and here's what I'm working on behind the
Yeah.
scenes. They don't know.
Yeah.
He's playing. He probably knows how to play the social media.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas the old Lex Luthor knew how to play the media because he runs for president and everything
Yeah.
else.
Yes.
He guarantees they're probably going to establish him as knowing how to run the social media. Where
Yeah.
now a whole younger generation are coming up, see him as
Yeah.
and then Bruce Wayne perhaps is like
The old.
The old guard.
yeah,
He's the old guard.
right? Yeah.
And it's like, and you're right, but it's like, I definitely agree, and I think it's very much a facade that he's putting on with the social media. Like this is what I am on, like on media, on Facebook, on Instagram, etc. This is who I want everybody to perceive Lex is, but the real Lex is something. completely
I'm
different.
creating the Doomsday Monster.
Exactly. Like
Wow.
it's I can't wait.
And the one thing we still don't know is how Wonder Woman fits into all this. I mean, she's really just been sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
Very lightly, yeah.
we
She's
still
been
don't
very
know.
well.
And Flash is supposed to be in this.
Yeah,
haven't seen anything of him, so hopefully he'll be. We don't know how much involved he is. I mean, I don't worry about things being overstuffed because I understand that this is kicking off a universe.
Yeah.
So just like when you read the comics and the cartoons and stuff, it's not out of the ordinary to run into a character but then not really contribute to the overarching
No,
story.
it's not supposed to.
Because this now is just a chapter of what may be an ever long going TV show played out for
Yeah.
$200 million a chapter.
Yeah.
In the thing. So even though they don't have the major things, they'll be like, we know, Flash will be introduced. Wonder Woman seems to be at least at the end. We know Aquaman is gonna show up at some point. And Cyborg, what's his name? What's Cyborg's name? I forget. Something. Victor Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know he's going to be in there somewhere. Whether or not he becomes Cyborg is another
Well,
thing.
and
You got to
here's my
introduce him
point.
here because then we can learn more
Yeah,
about
well,
them.
exactly, and that's
they'll be
like-
crisscrossing.
Like
from
you
here
said,
on
it's
out.
an episode, right?
Yeah.
And I like the fact is like they even introduced at the end that Doomsday was the catalyst that brought them together, because even in a very rough and very initial point of view, they started interacting with one another against that.
And was
Like whether it be sarcasm, whether it be is she with you, or like any of that, was they finally saw that they had to work together against something bigger than them.
And was that the Terraformer that we saw?
That's what you said. I couldn't get a good look at it, but it might be, or the World Engine.
Yeah,
or
the
something?
World Engine.
Yeah, maybe because
Yeah.
I thought it was destroyed, or maybe they found another one. We're gonna have to watch this again. We're gonna watch it
Yeah.
like 10 times.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We know you're excited for this. Let us know what you think about Doomsday, if you saw it coming the whole time, if that's the villain you were hoping for. Follow us on Twitter at the Hero Lair. Please subscribe. Help get us to 1,000 subscribers. We'll be back really, really soon. Bye.
See you guys.